ShipBob, we got 20 minutes on the clock. Who do we got from ShipBob? Margaret, I believe. Let's show you on stage. And Carolyn, I'm going to hide you. Thank you again. Stay in chat if you don't mind for a minute. But Margaret, fellow Chicago local.
Yeah, fellow Chicagoan. Thanks for having us. This is so fantastic.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to meet you.
Go ahead.
Sorry, did I just interrupt you?
I'll shut up now. I'll leave it to you. ShipBob, your track. Yeah.
I'll take it from here, Alex. But thanks, everyone. I appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Thank you for joining. TikTok partner track. So specifically how we work with TikTok, how we support agencies that support brands on TikTok. My name is Meg. I am a senior partner manager here at ShipBob. I've been around for 4 years. I manage our TikTok partner ecosystem. So agencies, both full service agencies and also marketing performance, agencies that are helping on the operations side, operation strategy, just anything that touches TikTok, I'm across. I don't want to skip this slide because it's an important one. So we really consider ourselves the best partner in e-commerce fulfillment and logistics for the 7,000 plus D2C brands that we currently support wherever they sell. So whether that's retail, whether that's TikTok, whether that's marketplace, whether that's direct to consumer, let's say Shopify, we really see ourselves as that go-to kind of final missing piece to make sure that all the fulfillment runs smoothly for the brands that we support. So again, number one fulfillment solution for omnichannel brands. So verticals that we support. We have a ton of brands that are in the beauty space, in the wellness space. We can work with food and bev, books, games, novelty items. Those tend to be super popular, especially around the holidays. Really, brands are leveraging us mostly for order fulfillment. So 2-day delivery. So on the direct-to-consumer site, offering that 2-day delivery promise, seller fulfilled prime. We offer custom packaging at scale, which is really unheard of if you think of like a global fulfillment partner. The idea that we can actually offer an involved unboxing experience for the brands that we support at scale is totally a white space. Warehouse management software, we offer global fulfillment. So we're in Canada, we're in Australia, we're in the UK, in addition to the 40 plus warehouses we have in the States. Top 3 integrations are the sort of top 3 ways that our brands are connecting to our API and to our dashboard would be our TikTok integration, our NetSuite integration for those mid-market and enterprise brands, and then Shopify. So TikTok agencies and ShipBob. So really my role is to make sure that the agencies that we're working with understand the fulfillment piece on TikTok, kind of see me as your consultant or your one-stop shop for the questions that you might have around TikTok fulfillment and why fulfillment matters on TikTok. And we'll get into that in a little bit more detail. Full stack fulfillment platform, totally proprietary solution. So we built it all ourselves, which means we can customize it and we can sell it, which is fantastic. So we do have brands that are using just our warehouse management software, but the lion's share of our brands are actually shipping their inventory and storing it with us, and we're fulfilling it to the end customer, whether that's direct to consumer, marketplace, social, B2B, both online, but also brick and mortar. Our product, and this is what we've been hearing from partners and partner talk tracks with great dashboards and great visibility in terms of seeing the solution and giving the brands or the agencies that they're working with the visibility into, okay, what are the key data points and the metrics that we need to capture to understand how our solution is working. I think we really pride on ourselves on our product, aggregating all that data and making it really easy for the brands that we're working with to understand and to parse out and understand fulfillment trends. So we like to take on the operational complexity. So logistics is hard. I mean, if you're a direct-to-consumer brand just getting started, you're probably focused on the social selling piece. You're focused on building that brand community and that customer experience. But the logistics piece might be a bit of a question mark. So to give that to us, right? Let us scale your brand without scaling the size of your operations team or your operational complexity. So 2 to 4 weeks to get your inventory into our fulfillment centers and completed onboarding, meaning in 2 to 4 weeks, you can send us your inventory and you can start shipping. So if you're running a Shopify brand that's doing 1,000 orders a day, send us that volume and watch us fulfill those 1,000 orders. And that frees up all of your time to go back to product ideation and iterating on your customer feedback. Pricing, our pricing is custom per merchant, incorporates standard fees for receiving inventory, warehousing products, and shipping each order. So it's pretty modular. How much does it cost to store it? How much does it cost to ship it? To get started, so if you have a brand that's interested in ShipBob that you want to send to us, it's totally white glove referral experience as the partner manager. I'll get them a custom pricing, introduce them to their dedicated onboarding specialist, and then, make sure all the pieces in place to start shipping. As an aside, we can also sell our software. So we have a WMS product, again, because it's totally proprietary. So for brands that want to hold on to their facilities and their warehouses, we can actually sell them our WMS software. So all of the software, all the processes around generating the order label and getting, the carrier network, if they like that piece of our business, but they want to keep their space, we can support that. So the key differentiators, high level, just to kind of drill down and remind you of what I think sets us apart and establishes us as a white space fulfillment partner: fast shipping, customization, our WMS product, global expansion, omnichannel and B2B, especially TikTok, and our developer API. So for TikTok agencies and specifically, and agencies more generally, right? You're the consultant or sort of that not single source of truth necessarily, but like a big piece of developing your brand's strategy, right? So brands might come to you and ask you questions about fulfillment. And so kind of key things to look out for are like the signs that maybe a brand is looking to change fulfillment partners or might be at scale and it might be time to start outsourcing is, if they're asking you about their fulfillment, supply chain operations, recommendations, warehouse management software, maybe warehousing and order management is getting too overwhelming. Direct to consumer, so B2B, dropshipping, retail distribution. A lot of agencies play in the retail space, right? So performance marketing, not just only in Amazon marketplaces, but how do we make sure that the brands crush it when they're in store in Walmart? But if they can't actually be in store in Walmart if they don't have a fulfillment solution to get the product into the retailer. So other services relevant to ShipBob, kind of beyond fulfillment, I really want to drill down on Fulfilled by TikTok. So ShipBob is the white label fulfillment provider and partner for Fulfillment by TikTok, which is really TikTok's answer to Amazon FBA. It's their wraparound fulfillment solution that handles all of the fulfillment for TikTok shop brands. So if you have a brand that's interested in onboarding with Fulfillment by TikTok, send us those brands. We can help them cut the queue because FBT is technically closed for new brand onboarding. So when you think FBT, think ShipBob. Fast shipping, customization, tech stack, developer API, all those kind of key points that I touched on. And again, NetSuite, Shopify, Magento, wherever your brands are hosting their data and hosting their platform, we can support. In addition to maybe whoever's powering their tech stack. So, SMS marketing, user persona marketing, retail marketing, etc. So as I said, this is kind of where the other shoe drops. This is the really cool thing that we've been working on and the way that we've partnered with TikTok for the past year and a half is to power Fulfilled by TikTok. So all of the inventory and all the volume that's going through TikTok's fulfillment network, that's actually being handled all through ShipBob's fulfillment network and through our carrier labels and through our carrier network, which has just been fantastic. It's been so cool to see so many of these brands just absolutely crush it and not have to worry about the fulfillment piece. It's really just a set it and forget it solution. So when we think about what options brands have when they want to sell on TikTok, we have the Fulfilled by TikTok option. Like I said, we can help brands cut that queue. It is technically closed for new brand onboarding. So again, think of ShipBob. Reach out to me if you have any questions. We can get the brands onboarded and shipping within a week. It's a fulfillment solution fully managed by TikTok. So it means that TikTok provides the fulfillment support. It's TikTok's pricing. The data lives in the TikTok fulfillment dashboard. And there's no maximum order per day cap. So that's a really big one, right? When you first launch on TikTok, TikTok caps the number of orders that you can do to 200. If you're on FBT, they remove that cap because they know the fulfillment piece is fully well-oiled machine. For brands that are self-fulfilling, they don't know that they don't know whether or not you have a fulfillment solution to get your product to meet the demand of all the customers that are ordering it. So if you're using FBT, you don't have to worry about that order volume limit. Fulfilled by merchant is another option. So the merchant leverages a third-party logistics provider to fulfill TikTok orders. So they connect their TikTok with their 3PL. There is a possible maximum order per day cap because, again, you're not using TikTok's fulfillment solution. I do also really want to highlight that TikTok's shipping requirements are really idiosyncratic. They have specific windows of time that you have to deliver the order by. because we are working so closely with the TikTok team for Fulfillment by TikTok, if you want to leverage us for Fulfilled by Merchant and you don't want to use FBT, you want to use ShipBob, we can still support all of TikTok's requirements and we meet their SLAs. So again, very few 3PLs know how to navigate this space. TikTok Shop is still pretty nascent. Caroline called out like where we are in terms of China and the GMV that's being driven on China and live selling. We have so much runway to catch up with, but 3PLs are kind of been the last to adopt TikTok as a serious sales channel. So we want to be talking to those brands too. We want to be talking to the folks that don't want to be on FBT because we do understand those requirements. Finally, Fulfilled by Merchant. So merchant can fulfill the orders themselves. TikTok provides the merchant with the shipping labels for the order. So kind of similar to an FBM model where you're using TikTok's carrier labels. And there is still that possible maximum per order day cap. I Love Chamois. So this is a really fun one. So we actually launched I Love Chamois around the time that we launched with FBT back last May. They have been crushing on TikTok. They've been doing so well as a brand. And it's been fantastic to see them really grow their community and leverage their affiliate network. They launched in 2021, so they've been around for 3 years now. Annie, the founder, was self-fulfilling all of the orders herself out of her, I think it was, her home. So that got, once things blew up on TikTok as a sugar-free kind of healthier option chamois, and all of the affiliate network was activated, it became way too difficult to manage all of that volume herself. So she brought all that inventory over to FBT. And now they're doing about 100 orders a day, which is really a significant amount of volume. Finally, FAQs and sales rebuttals. This is something that we come across a lot in our work with agencies. Overwhelmingly, we do get the feedback, hey, we're an agency. Why should we talk about our brand's fulfillment? I think high level, it's really important to stress the fact that all of the resources and all the time and the money that these brands are investing in their marketing agencies or their agencies in general, that is for naught if we can't get the product into the end customer's hands, right? So if the fulfillment piece isn't fully stood up, then all of the effort around marketing and performance and ad spend falls apart. So high level, really think fulfillment is like the final piece that ties your efforts together. But some common, sales rebuttals or questions that we get from brands is that they might not be large enough to use a 3PL. We'll work with a brand of any size. We also want to see brands grow. If you're a small brand, you're only doing a couple of orders a day, that's okay. Like, outsource that fulfillment and focus your resources elsewhere. Focus your resources on building your affiliate network and crushing it on TikTok. If you're not interested or you already have a solution, I think asking brands specifically how their current solution works with TikTok and if they're familiar with Fulfilled by TikTok and some of the benefits of leveraging Fulfillment by TikTok, I think that's a really key piece to drill down on. If they're happy self-fulfilling, the warehousing is becoming cheaper and more accessible to direct-to-consumer brands. So a lot of brands are taking on the space and building out their own logistics network. So if that's the case, and they're happy self-fulfilling, great. We can still support them. We can still give them our WMS software. We can still let them keep what they like about managing and having some, being a little bit more involved in the day-to-day of their brand and their fulfillment. But use our carrier labels, use our warehouse management software, use our processes. Like, we've built 60 plus warehouses worldwide. We know how to make it warehouse efficient. So we can come in and consult on and help the brand, maximize their efficiency. And then, also we can unlock access to no order day cap for our WMS software as well. So if you want to work with a fulfillment partner that can really help you navigate TikTok in a very meaningful way and unlock a lot of the barriers that are there, come to ShipBob. This is a cool story. This is kind of like the best use case or like the best success story of a brand that we've worked with. So Bloom Nutrition, when they first came to us back in 2020, around the pandemic, they were doing all of their orders themselves. It was a pretty small volume. I think it was like a couple hundred orders a week. They came out with custom packaging and a customization suite. So gift notes, custom bubble mailers. They also expanded their footprint to multiple of our fulfillment centers. That was in 2021. They launched their global expansion product in 2022. So being able to ship to the 70 plus countries that their customers are in. And then finally, they're now selling on Amazon, Walmart, and Target, and they'll be launching in Costco soon. So we've been able to support every step of their kind of fulfillment journey. And we've really walked side by side with them in terms of what we've been able to offer our customers and making sure that the Bloom Nutritions of the world that want to build a $200 million brand, we can stay their fulfillment partner through all of that growth. So ShipBob and TikTok agencies, this is the fun one. This is really what I'm across. So we sent over 200 referral leads to our TikTok agency partners in Q1 of 2024 alone, which is huge. Just kind of high level, some brands we sent over. We sent The Honest Company over. We've been working with Claire's, L'Oreal. So some massive, massive global key account players are coming to us to ask, what they should be doing in terms of fulfillment on TikTok. And we want to get those brands in front of our agency partners. So we offer a ton of co-marketing opportunities. We've got TikTok focused in-person events. So we'd love to co-host with you. We're actually hosting an event with TikTok in Culver City next month. So a couple of agencies are going to be joining us on that. It's important to help shape our merchants' experience on TikTok. Many of our merchants, our existing merchant base, are seeing a ton of success, but they have no long-term strategy when it comes to TikTok for marketing, for like full service agency, for operations. They don't really know what they're doing. They're seeing success, but they don't know how to kind of put all the pieces together to make sure that that flywheel spins. And then drive serious GMV on the platform. So, last report we pulled, we're driving hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue on TikTok and GMV. So if you attribute that to some of your agency, you can improve your standing as a TikTok TSP. So those of you that work with TikTok know that they measure everything. Everything's a data point with TikTok. So if you as an agency are driving serious GMV on the platform, you might see reduction in ad costs, and you might see the algorithm training to show brands your agency more often. So it's really cool if you can attribute some of that to your brand's performance or your agency's performance. So co-marketing, training, and co-selling and go-to-market. I think I'm near time, Alex. So I just want to be conscientious of that. So
yeah, you got one or 2 minutes. I mean, we can be a minute late to the next session.
I think just high level, co-marketing, training, co-selling, go-to-market, kind of that classic sort of partner track in terms of how we work with our partners and how we grow a partnership. So we start with co-marketing. Let's do some training, some lunch and learns, co-selling, and then go-to-market. Merchants that you send us, we can offer $1,000 in free shipping credits, 90% off implementation fee, and 3 months of branded truck wraps. This is a really fun one. We actually, for a lot of our celebrity-backed brands that we work with, we'll put the celebrity's face on a ShipBob truck. So hundreds of trucks out there in New York City with Jennifer Aniston's face on it that say "Ship by ShipBob," which is really cool. Partner perks, monthly newsletter. We've got a directory. We feature our partners really heavily on our social accounts. And then we offer spiffs. So for your, folks on your team that send us over a qualified demo, then we offer a $250 gift card.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a high level overview. Thanks, Alex.
I love it. Well done. Great presentation. Everything, I think, no notes. It was really great. I think any agency that's not currently helping their clients with logistics, with fulfillment, with the, some of the stuff that, especially in marketing, creative agencies, just, a lot of them just don't touch. I'd say, if you're not at least finding a current partner like Electric you showed that's doing it with ShipBob and working with them to help your clients optimize this stuff, at least get there. But I think ideally they would be, really learning this and getting their clients set up the right way for success and growth using fulfillment. Love it. Margaret, thank you for coming in last minute. We had you join, and ShipBob, you guys have been awesome. Great value for all agencies in our community. So thank you so much.
Of course.
Anything else before you go? Otherwise, just feel free to load links into the chat. And then someone did ask about these slides. All of this stuff gets packaged up and put into the course, which I linked above under community.partnerprograms.io. You can add yourself to the course or add any team members to it. And then you'll get notified when we add all the new classes to the course, which will be tomorrow, the next day. And deck will be in there, links, obviously, resources, maybe even more demo videos, anything that they provide us, we put in that course. Just FYI. But let's go into go-to-market discussion. Margaret, thank you. Enjoy the weekend or the rest of the week, and we'll see you in Slack or somewhere. All right, guys, I'm ending this session. We're going to go over to the go-to-market discussion with Avenue Z and Attentive. We're going to learn how to make money off these partnerships and a very specific strategy for doing that. Thank you.